Hey YouTubers, so this video is called How Do You Want It? No, it's not a reference to the Tupac Shakur song. It's about how do you want your religion, how do you want your constitution interpreted. Here's the premise behind this whole video. I hear a lot of people who are quote unquote purists who say that, we shouldn't interpret the Bible the way it was intended to be interpreted when it was first written. Well, we say that, but do we really mean that? Like, I was listening to a guy on television last week, and he wrote this book called Imagine Heaven. And I was sitting there listening to him like, oh, this is a bunch of bull crap. Because what he was talking about was people who had had near-death experiences who had, quote-unquote, come back. And their accounts of going to heaven and seeing God and all this other good, feel-good religion stuff that y'all love to do. Because we have a lot of preachers who love to talk about, your grandma's in heaven when we're at her funeral and blah, 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 blah. Well, that's just a lot of feel-good religious nonsense, because the Bible teaches us, the way that it was written, that when we die, that we sleep until Jesus comes back. I mean, he said, I go to prepare a place for you. And then when he comes back, he's going to get everybody. That's where we have the concept of the rapture. So if grandma dies last Thursday and we have her funeral on Sunday, grandma is asleep. She's not in heaven with God. And I know that makes y'all feel a lot better to think that. But if we really want to interpret the Bible the way it was supposed to be interpreted, then that can't be true. So, I like, do you want the truth or do you not want the truth? And I'm saying that in particular because, a lot of people, especially these strict interpretation is always coming down on people who are different and don't believe the way that they believe. Like, you change the Bibles for your particular needs, but then if someone else changes it, then, oh no, you're a sinner and you're just trying to justify your bad lifestyle. Well, how do you want it? Do you want the truth or do you not want the truth? I would love to think of my grandmother in heaven, but I firmly believe that she's sleeping until Jesus comes back. I mean, that's what the Bible says, so why shouldn't we believe it that way? I don't get it. Like, do you really want the truth or do you just want to have a feel-good religion? I'm doing this video because it was requested. If you have a video or something you want me to talk about, you can put it in the comments or, hit me up through my social media accounts. But, it's like, do you really want strict interpretation? Especially you ladies. I mean, if you're a divorced woman, you should have been stoned. We don't do that no more. If you try to take away your shrimp, you're going to have a fit. So, I mean, how are you really interpreting the Bible? I mean, is it just for your benefit so you can chastise others, or are you really just doing what God says? Something to think about.